This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Hello and welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This is the 3rd division game between Alexander and Darius I. The beginning of the season has been tough for both of these two. Alexander number 14 with 6 points, Darius I number 15 with 5. Darius has 1-1-3 form, and he lost space versus Frederick last round. For Alexander, he is in 0-1-4 form. His last win was round 5, hosting Brennus. These are the starting positions. Let's get the resource bubbles on for a moment. Alexander is here next to some iron and stone, and we see aluminum over here for later. He is on the western part of the continent. It stretches a little bit here to the east. This is the starting continent. In the southeast of the starting continent, we find Darius I, riverside. There is fish out here, gold, cows, copper, and coal available in the vicinity of his starting location. Let's see how this game plays out then. Let's get it rolling, shall we? Off we go, Alexander versus Darius I. Both of these leaders wish that they could have gotten off to a better start, but at the very least, now that we are coming to an end of the early season and getting into the middle of the season, they have new chances, new games in which to impress. Let's see what they can do. 3 cities each at the moment, turn 92. Alexander first to 4 cities. And Alexander, they are in different religion, they are almost the same score, they are almost the same strength, 5 cities to 4, favoring 5 cities each at the moment. And we see they are closing in on each other. Soon they have touching borders with 6 cities each. I don't expect this to be peaceful for very long now, turn 156. Alexander on 6 cities, Darius I on 6 cities, and we have the war. Darius I war. Darius is down to 5 cities. Alexander must have raised it. I didn't catch the message, but with 6 cities to 5, Alexander now. And now we have the peace treaty, and Alexander is higher in score. 6 cities, Darius I on 5 cities. Alexander is down to 0.8 the strength of Darius, though. That is a little bit of a concern. Darius is on machinery, while Alexander is on feudalism, and the war is on again. With 7 cities, Alexander, 6 cities. Well, okay, 7 cities Darius, 6 cities Alexander. He took a city off of Alexander there, I guess. Turn 207. And we have the war, 7 cities, 2-6. This is important. Alexander is down to 0.8 the strength of Darius, though. So Darius is stronger than Alexander and with slightly more score. And 1 city more at the moment as well. 7 cities, 2-6. Getting guilds, going banking, while Alexander is going engineering after machinery. 7 cities to 6. And we still have the war going on. No cities changing hands lately. Let's see if it can happen. Will Darius take another, or will Alexander? Alexander took one back, and he lost it again. Man, this war, Darius I, 7 cities, Alexander 6 cities, as the peace is here. Let's see who can win the peace then. Alexander now 1.1 times the strength of Darius, so at least he is slightly bit stronger. But that doesn't matter if he cannot take enough cities, and we have the war again, and it was Darius who declared it, I think. And Darius, they are equal in strength. Alexander slightly stronger. Darius is now going optics as well, and is going astronomy. Alexander is on guilds. Darius is on 6 cities. Alexander on 7. Let's see how this war goes. This could be important then, because if Darius I gets away from this war, and there is the peace treaty, he did get away from this war. Alexander on 7 cities, Darius I on 6, and now Alexander is on optics, while Darius can settle the new world now. He has astronomy, I believe. Turn 302, 7 cities each, and we have the next war. This game is going to be a lot of wars. It depends who can get the better of the opponent, and we see Darius I. He has settled a city in the New World up north of the starting continent. They have 7 cities each, but Alexander also has astronomy now. And Alexander has circumnavigated the globe. Darius I was first to liberalism. He is going for constitution. They have 8 cities each now. And we see Darius is settling cities in the New World, which means that Alexander, he must be taking cities in the Old World. No, he is settling all the way down in the southeast actually, 9 cities each now. They are both expanding into the New World while at war at the same time, turn 335 at the moment. With 9 cities each, 10 cities Alexander now, and we have the peace treaty. There is a peace treaty, and they are equal in strength. Darius I slightly higher in score, 11 cities each, equal in city count in other words. Going corporations now Darius, gunpowder for Alexander, and let's see who can get more strength. Alexander down to 0.9, the strength of Darius now then. Darius going gunpowder as well. Chemistry next, Alexander is getting his printing press, going for replaceable parts. That could be a key tech now for Alexander then. 13 cities, 14 cities Alexander now. This game is wide open. I cannot tell you who is going to win this. I have no favorite at the moment, but Alexander on rifling, looks dangerous. He is also up to 16 cities, and we have the next war. Darius with 14 cities, Alexander on 16. Darius is getting his military science. Alexander is taking towards rifling. Darius is taking towards the printing press. 14 cities Darius, 16 cities, 15 cities Darius as he settles another one. So that was a settled city, not a captured one. Turn 377. And Alexander is getting rifling in one turn right now with 17 cities to 16, and now Darius is up to 17 cities. He took a city off of Alexander there, I believe. Alexander down to 0.7, the strength of Darius as well. He's going for the music, getting that scientific method for Darius. Now Alexander is down to 0.8 the strength. He must be losing units in the war. Military tradition next for Alexander then. Darius I on 17 cities, Alexander on 16. Still, this war is not, or this game is not yet decided. It is very tense here. Alexander 0.7 the strength of Darius. Darius is going for physics. Alexander on military tradition, but is taking slowly now, spending probably all his commerce on gold to pay for his units. Or upgrades or whatever. 17 cities, 216, turn 399. We are at turn 400 almost. There it is. We have 100 turns left of the game until the time limit. And Darius I is just now starting to tech towards replaceable parts. Alexander is going military tradition. 17 cities, 216, and now Darius is going for rifling. Alexander is 0.9 the strength of Darius, and we have the peace treaty, and with Darius getting rifling going for steam power. I believe the next war could be very important then. Alexander is on 16 cities, Darius I is on 18, and with Darius also on rifling now. Alexander does have that, he's going education, Darius is going steam power. We have 82 turns left until this game would end in a draw. Let's see if anyone can attack to get an advantage. They cannot possibly. Well, we have the next war as expected, but neither of these two are going to win space. There could of course be some cultural victory here if anyone has had time to build up some culture in their cities. 19 cities Darius I, 16 cities Alexander. Darius is going towards railroads. Alexander is on 0.7 the strength of Darius, so it doesn't look like Alexander is going to win domination here. He is taking towards economics as well, while Darius is on railroads. 20 cities to 16, 21 to 16, so Darius is still settling cities then. Going combustion next, Darius I then, with 61 turns left of the game, so Darius is probably the one that is closest to domination, because he is stronger, he has more cities. So if anyone is to win here, it must be Darius. Let's see if Alexander can defend himself to a point then. Or if Alexander indeed could in fact try to go culture, but Alexander is the home leader and I haven't seen him using the slider at all, so that is probably not going to happen. And now they are equal in strength. equal in strength? Did Darius, once he declared, Darius is going culture. Oh my, Darius, you are going culture, aren't you? You have over 100 turns left to assembly line, and you are weaker than Alexander. You must have deleted some units and going culture now. I think Darius the First with 36 turns left are trying to reach a cultural victory condition, but are you close enough with your third city to actually get there? I don't think that Alexander can win domination in 30 turns, but we have the war nevertheless, so Alexander could now be defending himself into a point here. He could even take a few cities off of Darius the First, but he is not going to win it in 23 turns. The question is, will Darius the First win a culture before we reach turn 500? 20 turns left, 21 cities to 17, Alexander with 17 cities. And it looks like Darius has started building units again to defend himself, because he is not taking that slowly anymore, which means that Alexander succeeded in stopping Darius from winning a cultural victory here with 10 turns left, 9 turns left. And we have the peace treaty, which means that Darius the First could very possibly try to go culture again. However, I don't think he has the time. 5 turns left of the game. Excuse me, 20, sorry for that, I'm getting a little bit excited here, but with 2 turns left and 1 turn left, and this is it. It is a draw. Alexander versus Darius the First ends in a draw and 1 point for each. No pointing congratulations for anyone, but it was entertaining. They tried their very best. ended with a draw, and one of the reasons is because they are really poor at warfare. There were 7 wars declared, Alexander declared 4, and the city capture numbers were 1-0, 0-0, 0-1, a 0-0. He did win 1 standoffs, in 2, and a defeat in 1. Darius declared 3 with city captures 1-0, 0-1, 1-1, so 1 victory, 1 defeat, and 1 stalemate. There was a new record in this game though. Alexander got his first golden age by a great spy in 1440 BC. That is in turn 64. The old record was in 850 BC, turn 81, so we practically crushed the old record by 17 turns. That is a great improvement. Let's go take a look at the stats and the graphs. Here we are. Alexander is the darkest one and Darius the lighter one, and we see the score here. This is the GNP, and oh my, Darius is number 1. Manufacturing, food, power, culture, and espionage. And let's go take a look at the demographics numbers then. Alexander's to the left, Darius is to the right. Darius had over 3000 GNP per turn when the game ended, almost 40.6 million inhabitants. And you can see the rest of the numbers. Let's go to the top 6 cities and the wonders. 3 wonders in the BC era, as you can see. Darius with the first 2, 3, 4 cities, Alexander with the 5th, and Darius with the 6th. Stats then. Alexander, 18 cities built, 1 raised, 1 religion, 3 golden ages, currently on 40 lumber mills, 36 windmills, and 16 towns he did build in his cities. 19 granaries, 16 barracks, 15 lighthouses, 1 great lighthouse as well. Let's go page down and see Stonehenge as the last building built by Alexander. Current units then. 51 riflemen, 18 cavalry, 16 workers, down to 1 catapult. He did build or train in his city 64 workbots, 50 cavalries, and 41 caravels. 4 great engineers as well. Page down and see 1 great scientist at the bottom of the list. The kills for Alexander: 25 grenadiers, 21 macemen, and war elephants, down to 1 trebuchet. The losses: 39 cavalries, 38 caravels, 24 riflemen, down to 2 frigates. So, Darius I then. 21 cities built, 6 religions, 2 golden ages, currently on 37 workshops, 23 towns, 22 windmills he did build in his cities, 18 granaries, 16 forges, 15 barracks, courthouses, lighthouses, apothecaries. And you see down to 4 dry docks. Let's go page down. A complete full list on page 2 as well. Page down again, and we see 1 intelligence agency is the last building built by Darius I. Current units for Darius then: 37 cavalries, 34 riflemen, 20 workers, down to 1 ship of the line. He did train a total of 35 longbowmen, 34 war elephants, 33 cavalries, down to 6 ironclads. Page down, and we see 1 great spy completing the list of units trained. The kills, let's confirm: 39 cavalries, 38 caravels, 24 riflemen, down to 2 frigates, and the losses were 25 grenadiers, 21 macemen, and war elephants, down to 1 settler. Time for the victory condition screen. And oh my, how close! Darius I was 1 turn away from winning culture. Ekbatana 49,722. 1, it says. 1 turn away from reaching legendary and winning the game, but it ended in a draw. We see the other numbers, domination numbers, the score. Darius built the Apostolic Palace, but this is as close as I've ever seen it. Unfortunately for Darius, and luckily for Alexander. Let's go take a look at the cities. Alexander with 17 of them. Let's sort by population. Rhodes pop 11, Athens, Corinth, Thebes 10, and we see they are happy, healthy, lowish food, lowish commerce, and decent, between low and decent in production. Let's go take a look at the cities of Darius then. I wonder if he actually gets, when I do this, if he gets that cultural victory up. Probably. Let's sort then by, let's go to the cities and sort by population. Persepolis, Pop 22, Sardis, Darius, Kabir, and Jijan 19, and we see they are very happy and they are healthy with the exception of Herat. They have decent to good food, they have really good commerce in Persepolis and reasonably good commerce elsewhere as well, and the production is a lot better here for Darius I. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. Congratulations with almost winning a cultural victory, but not quite. In the league table they didn't change positions, Alexander still 14th, now with 7 points and negative 62 score turn difference. Darius I 15th, 6 points and a negative 13. And tomorrow there will be more games from the second division this time, starting with Boudica versus Wangkon as the first one. A little bit later today is the next game in the first qualifying round of the NLC. I am Kjotleik. This has been the Noble Leaders League. I hope to see you back later. Goodbye for now.